What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back with another video. Today I'm going to be looking at Boogie2988 most recent Twitch stream where he started delving into, of course, all the drama that's going on with him and Ethan and Keemstar. And of course, with everything Boogie does, he turns it into a session to talk about his childhood and his abuse and just make excuses while claiming not to be making excuses. So the video is about, his stream is over 2 hours, but what I did was I clipped some of the interesting parts, which is roughly about 14 minutes. So I will play the video and then stop it and provide my commentary as always. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
I know every troll channel is going to clip this and talk about it. Every troll channel is going to clip this and talk about it. Love you, Boogie. Love my shirt. It looks good on you, Gizmo. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are as well. Happy to see you live. Happy to see you as well. I saw your comment earlier, by the way. No, I haven't seen Morbius yet. I'm waiting for it to stream. Why is it the guy reacting to your old video or streams get more views than you has literally just making a fool of you for no reason? I don't know, man. Some people are lonely. Some people are miserable.
That wasn't the question he asked. The question is, why do detractors that make videos commenting on your videos get more views than you? It has nothing to do with being lonely, bored, or whatever, Boogie. Stop projecting. So, yeah, let's keep going.
I don't know. I heard you were friends with Pimp Monk. Yeah, I love Pimp Monk. He's a good guy. We've talked a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say we're like close or anything, but we've talked, and he's a really good guy. All right, so here's what I want to talk about today. So, okay. You're not going to like anything I have to say here. Especially like the people who hate me, the trolls, the people who like make fun of me or whatever.
I love how Boogie in one sentence and in one stream says he doesn't care what the trolls think. The trolls can go to hell. He doesn't give a shit. They're worthless. They're not worth his time. They're just, dirt underneath his shoes. And then the vast majority of the rest of his streams and videos, he just obsesses over goddamn trolls. And in this video, you're gonna see a little bit. He's gonna get into it a little bit, and he actually, for a brief moment, actually tells the truth about himself. So let's get into this. Let's get into this a little bit more.
But it's something I want to get out of my head today. Opening any packs today? No, today's just a chat and stream, my friend, but I'm glad you're here. So back in 2017, I got divorced. And I also got gastric bypass surgery. You ignored me a few times, so I still watch you. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I don't pay that much attention to chat. I know I should do a better job. I apologize, my friend. But back in 2017, I got divorced and I got gastric bypass surgery. And I didn't know what to do with my life. But here's what I ended up doing with my life. I went fucking crazy. I think we can all agree with that, right? Like, I completely lost my fucking mind and started acting like a fucking lunatic. Only cares about Twitch drops. Thanks for 2 months of support. I appreciate you, my friend. That's a funny name. But I lost my mind and started acting a fool. And a lot of people are like, well, that's who Boogie's secretly always been. Except it wasn't. That's what I became.
No, Boogie, that's who you are. You've always exposed yourself for who you are, and then that period, I guess, you felt like you could be yourself and have an excuse. So, I just had my surgery. My wife just divorced me. Oh, woe is me. People will understand that this is just a face. No, Boogie, that's you. And to this day, you still keep doing the same thing. And what you're alluding to on you went wild and you lost your mind. Yeah. This goes back to the videos that I talked about where you were busted for soliciting prostitutes, where you got busted for treating people like crap, for before you even got divorced, you were seeing someone else, and just the lies and just the shitty behavior, just the shittiness that you are to people. And it also explains why your wife divorced your ass, because you mistreated her and you treated her like shit and you abused her verbally. So Yeah, Boogie. That's who you've been all the time, Boogie. So for you to sit there and say, "Oh, just for that brief period, I did go a little crazy," and people now just assume that's who I am and that's who I always was. Yeah, Boogie. That's who you are, and that's who you are today.
And in 2019, I had planned my suicide for my birthday in July of 2019. I'm turning 48 in 4 months. I want you guys to think about that. I'm turning 48 in July. Fuck me, that's old. Why am I 48? John Candy didn't get to be 48.
John Candy was morbidly obese, a smoker, a drinker, and also had a family history of heart disease, and that's what he died of.
Chris Farley didn't get to be 48.
Chris Farley was an obese man who was a drug user and died of an overdose.
I get to be 48?
I don't know why, but I guess you should thank your stars and not complain. But I guess this again, folks, is just him trying to get sympathy from people. Like, oh, I've had a rough life, I've had a tough life. I shouldn't be alive. Every day is a blessing. Every day that I'm above ground is a blessing, and it's all a bunch of crap. And this whole suicide nonsense, he's been going on that forever. It's another manipulative tool that liars and narcissists like Boogie use to manipulate people. So let's keep going.
That's bullshit. I don't deserve that. Chris Farley deserved that. John Candy deserved that.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What the hell did they deserve? You're talking about two men that were obese. Both of them were obese. One of them had a known issue of heart disease, ate like crap, and smoked and drank. The other one was a drug user, and he died of an overdose. He didn't die of a heart attack, or he didn't die of a medical issue. What he died of was an overdose. So what the hell are you talking about, Boogie? Stop trying to equate you with these two people. I'm guessing that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to equate yourself to two famous fat people, and because I guess you're fat and you think you're famous, that you kind of fall in the same boat.
I didn't fucking deserve that. But here I am, turning 48 in July. Yeah, it's 3 months away. Good Lord. I'm 51 in August. I bet you're not as fat as me, though. You didn't do the drugs they did. Yeah, Total Biscuit, man. We had to put Total Biscuit down on the ground. You look 35. Thank you, my friend. IDG. Welcome to the Sub Club. Thanks for 29 months of support. Appreciate you. Asher, 30 months of support. I appreciate you as well, my friend. But in 2019, I made the decision to not go through with this suicide attempt. And I said, whatever happens, happens. However it happens, I don't really give a shit anymore. I'll endure whatever I got to do. I got to survive. But from that moment forward, I started living my life like nothing fucking mattered. I didn't care about my weight loss anymore. I had struggled with it up to that point. I gave completely up.
Wait a minute, Boogie. In previous videos, you talked about how you didn't give up on the weight loss. The weight loss surgery has been working. Yeah, you fell off the wagon here or there, but you're still trying. So now you're saying you just gave up? You're changing your story up again, Boogie. You're changing your story up again. And you guys know my motto. If you want to know if someone's lying to you, let them keep talking.
I didn't care about my finances. I started spending money like water. I was at Disneyland every 3 months, man. I spent money on women. I spent money on
AKA hookers.
Bullshit. I ate out every meal, sometimes twice a day. And then with this whole Frake shit, I thought I was going to jail and I was going to die in jail. My lawyer kept telling me that I was probably not going to jail. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. I thought I was going to end up dying in jail. So now here we are on the other side of those years, and the tide is starting to turn. Boogie, how are you still talking about that Frank thing? Dude, how am I still talking about my parents who have been dead for 20 years?
You see, it always comes back to his parents and his abuse. In this specific chat, if you guys actually go to his Twitch and watch this video and watch this segment, or kind of watch the whole thing, all you saw was people that pay. Not all of them. Not all of them are actually members or subscribers to him, but people that are actually in his chat watching his stuff. The chat was just overflowing with people basically saying, Boogie, you need to stop. Boogie, you need to stop talking about this Frank issue. Boogie, you need to stop making excuses. Boogie, you were wrong. These are people that supposedly follow him, support him, and like him, are essentially telling him he needs to stop. And this man will never stop. He will never stop. And again, it all goes back to the previous video that I did a couple videos back, where he talked about, he admitted he loves attention. And, you know, he doesn't care what kind of attention he gets, whether it's positive or negative, he doesn't care. So for him, you know, he's still stuck on level 1 with this whole Frank business. He still thinks that this story that's been going on for over a month, where, you know, he no longer has to worry about jail time for the moment, he thinks that still has traction. He still thinks that people care about that. Boogie, no one cares about it. I don't care about it. I cover you and I make commentary videos on you because I like to expose you for the fraud and the liar you are. But honestly, you could fall off this earth to earth today and I can care less. I will wipe my hands and just walk away and never mention your dumb ass again. Ever again.
My mom's been dead for 13 years. My dad's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, how about you let them fucking rest in peace, okay? Yeah, parents may have fucked up, whatever the story was, but they've been dead for nearly 15 and 20 years. How about you let them rest, all right? Stop dragging their fucking history and their story through the mud in every video that you make and every stream for sympathy, Boogie. It's just pathetic, okay? It's fucking pathetic. Get a new story, get some new content. Do something new. Do something new, Boogie.
I don't know. It's how my brain works. I don't know.
You do know, Boogie. You fucking do know, okay? Stop playing stupid.
But the tide seems to be turning for old Boogie. It seems like people want to talk about me again in a positive way.
No, you can look at your analytics, Boogie. Yeah, you got a bump initially after the court issue. Your videos right before you found out you weren't going to jail. Yeah, you got a bump in that. But you look at your current videos right now, no bump. You're back to your regular numbers again. You barely pull in 10K views on your videos, Boogie. Especially if if you're talking about Frank, people are past that, Boogie. People don't want to hear about that anymore. And you keep dragging it up like, oh, it's still relevant. No, it isn't, Boogie. Just like you, it is not.
You know, I don't want to shit on Ethan Klein or anything, but Ethan Klein shit-talking me on his live stream.
He doesn't want to shit-talk Ethan, but he shit-talks Ethan. It's just, oh, God. I get so frustrated with that. Sometimes I wish he was here, right here with me watching the video, so I can just smack him upside his head and say, you know, Boogie, you know, are you just mentally not there, or are you just acting?
Might be the coolest thing he could have done for me, because so many people are mad at Ethan that they liked me because Ethan doesn't like me.
No one likes you because they don't like Ethan, Boogie. They just don't like Ethan. But Ethan has his followers and he has his detractors just like everyone else. I have no clue why you think you're anything in that equation at all. You know, and And furthermore, you apologize. Remember, Boogie, you apologize because you said you actually said it yourself. What I said was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. It was stupid. And actually, in this video, I think you say it again.
The fact that Ethan doesn't like me made some people like me. That's how much they dislike Ethan Klein. When did the Ethan thing happen? Monday. 2 days ago. But then, like, a lot of people had my side by that whole... a lot of people had my side with the whole jail stuff and everything else.
Boogie, no, that wasn't the case at all. I mean, some people understood and gave some sympathy towards your situation and were franked it, but the vast majority basically said you were an idiot. And they actually pointed out how stupid you were pulling out that gun and shooting and discharging that firearm that did not belong to you.
It's kind of nice because I've kept my nose mostly clean. I've stopped being such a piece of shit. As big a piece of shit, I should say. I'm still probably suck. Your tweet was so bad, man. Oh, yeah, it was really stupid. Yeah, it was really dumb. It was a dumb fucking tweet. I don't know why I tweeted it. I don't know why I tweet 98% of the shit I tweet. Most of the shit I tweet is dumb. Twitter is bad for me.
Okay, you have the guy saying it again, that what he said was stupid and wrong and crappy. And then he says 98% of the stuff he does tweet is stupid and he shouldn't post it, but he goes and does it. And then when he gets clapped back by someone like Ethan, then he runs back and basically starts crying. He reminds me of DSP when Keemstar went after him after his stupid comment. When Keemstar went after DSP and basically, put him down a few pegs. And then DSP the next day came out crying saying, "Why are you down punching? I'm such a small YouTuber. You shouldn't be." That's what Boogie's doing, Boogie. And my thing is, if you're going to say something stupid to someone, expect a reaction. No matter how big or small their channel is. If you say something stupid and they get wind of it and they're annoyed by it and they want to clap back, you need to deal with that. Stop being a little bitch and deal with it.
With me. So. But you seem to think it's important how many people like you. Trust me, I'd rather have one really good, genuine friend. Yeah, so through therapy, that's something I learned about myself.
You notice every time when someone brings up a criticism about Boogie, he always comes back with, "Oh yeah, I know that. In therapy, I learned blah, 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 that I'm this, that I'm that." He actually does that several times in this video. Someone calls him out on something and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know I'm that. I learned that in therapy." And again, that's just him trying to diffuse or deflect the issue and basically say, because I already know about this and have accepted that I'm this and I'm working towards correcting it, you can't use it against me. And the problem is, Boogie, how many years have you been streaming and it's been the same bullshit that you've never changed? That's the problem, Boogie. It's fine that you're in therapy and you're trying to correct your life and you're trying to be better. But the problem is, Boogie, is that you're not being better. You're the same crappy person from 13, 14 years ago. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is your fake ass teeth. And that's it. Everything else is exactly the fucking same.
Therapy. Your roast wasn't a roast? Oh, yeah, maybe not. It was not good. My roast was not good. It's definitely not like the other ones.
Again, you see that. Someone criticizes and makes a point, and what he has to agree with them and say, yeah, I agree. It wasn't a good roast. He does that all the fucking time. And the problem is he doesn't believe it. He's just trying to diffuse the issue and not let that be something that someone can criticize him about.
It's kind of terrible, honestly. But Keemstar is a pretty awful guy, to be honest. I don't know, aren't we all? Keemstar is capable of doing a lot of good when he does good. He's capable of doing a lot of harm when he does harm, and he does a lot of harm.
Did you just fence it again, Boogie? So you just said in 2 sentences, Keemstar is good, but Keemstar is bad. And this is why people despise you, Boogie. And this is why you have thousands of detractors that follow you and call you out on your fucking bullshit. That is why you have hundreds of Reddit sites out there specifically targeting you and pinpointing all this bullshit and calling you out on your nonsense, and also Discords and Twitter. And Boogie, it's never going to change. Never going to change. You know why? Because you are never going to change. You're the same piece of shit person you've been all your life.
That's just the reality of it. But I like Keemstar to encourage him to do the good. And when he does good, I'm like, hey, do good. That's awesome, man. I like it when you do good. I thought Ethan took your roast well. Just figured he was playing up this emotions for the show. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was the beginning of the end with me and Ethan. But so long story short, Ethan was in the hospital over the weekend. I saw people tweeting about Ethan, and most of what I saw was negative, including the comment I saw earlier, as I mentioned earlier, about the suicide attempt things. Curthew, got my surgery 2 weeks ago, already down 28 pounds, started at 351. Congratulations, you started smaller than me, Curthew. You're going to kill it, Curthew. I'm proud of you, brother. Take it easy, take it slow. Take your recovery easy, take it slow. You got this. Generational Internaut, thanks for 2 months of support. Anyway, so I saw all these people wishing death on the guy, and I said, I know a lot of people hate Ethan, but I wish he'd take better care of himself. Take it from me, somebody who's really bad at doing shit. You don't want to end up like me. Why would a narcissist commit suicide? I would imagine, number one, I'm not a narcissist. I actually literally have been tested for it, for narcissistic syndrome. But I imagine narcissists commit suicide. I imagine that's a thing that happens. But whatever. He saw that tweet, called me a freak, called me a weirdo, said I was fence-sitting even when wishing him well, unfollowed me on Twitter, and then got mad about it on the podcast or whatever. And you know what? At the end of the day, my tweet was a dumb tweet, and I apologize for it. But I also think it's disproportional to call me out to his audience of like 1 million people.
Okay, so Boogie has Boogie feels like Ethan is down punching him because he's so much bigger than Boogie. Nah, Boogie, it doesn't work that way. If you want to run with the big dogs, when one of them big dogs bite, you need to deal with it, Boogie. You can't play both ways. This is like DSP claiming to be the king of hate and claiming that he doesn't care what people say and that he can take criticism and all that. And then when someone like Keemstar comes into the picture and knocks him down a peg, he cries and whines about people down punching or whatever, Boogie. So you can't have it both ways, Boogie. You can't try to be relevant these days, running with the big dogs, and then crying like a little sissy.
Is Ethan that unhealthy? Yeah, we talked about it when I was on a show. You can go listen to the podcast we did together. But he talked about the fact that he doesn't take very good care of himself and how I wished he would take care of himself. We talked about that, you know? So he literally talked to you about you for 2 minutes. Yeah, so that's one of my biggest issues. And that's something I want to talk about. That's something I want to talk about today. My brain don't work too good. And so when somebody mentioned earlier, Boogie, you're so worried about people disliking you. Yeah, huge character flaw. Huge character flaw. When one dipshit on Reddit doesn't like me, that shit.
There you go. Somebody made a comment about Boogie criticizing him, and what does he do? Yeah, that's true. I know that about myself. I'm this and I'm that. It's always it's and again he doesn't, he uses that, he does that to deflect. He does it to deflect because he's worried that multiple people are going to start chatting and saying, yeah, Boogie, you are this way. So he does it. It's a deflection. And basically that's what narcissists do. He is a narcissist. He's a full-blown narcissist. That's the only mental disorder he has, is that he's a narcissist. And again, I'm on this stream right now chatting about this because I can't stand and I despise people that use mental health issues to justify their shitty behavior, especially when you don't have any mental issues like you try to claim to have, Boogie. If you listen to Boogie, Boogie has every mental issue known or written about in textbooks. He has them all, because every time someone brings up something or criticism of him, what they say, oh yeah, I'm that way, or I have that issue, or yeah, I identified that issue through therapy. You know what, Boogie? If you are that mentally incapable, maybe you shouldn't be online. Maybe you should be home collecting unemployment or Social Security or disability or something, and garden or do something less stressful, Boogie. That's what you need to do. That's what you really need to do. All right. So essentially, the rest of the video is just him talking about doing the same thing. Basically, people bringing up criticism of him and him just saying, "Yeah, I'm that way. Yeah, I did this, or yeah, I did that." And then he keeps talking about. He talks about Frank again, and then his chat actually calls him out and says, "Why are you talking about Frank again?" And then he continues talking about Ethan and his mental health and everything that he figured out in therapy, and how he's a way much better person than he is now, and that, you know, whatever, the rest of the same crap Boogie dishes out every day in his videos. So anyway, I wanted to bring this to light because when I watched it yesterday, it just annoyed the hell out of me, just like with everything Boogie does. So. All right, people. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna post this up. Drop a like drop a like if you like it. Drop a note in the comment. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree. Let me know if Boogie annoys you as much as he annoys me. And I will check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.